I light this candle in the name of love. Hello, EGS. Well, you did it. You've come to the end. You have another day with your core, a day to play catch up with your community art perhaps, and then we have our final live community art and closing ceremony. You have come to a doorway, and that will be our theme today. You made it, we made it, and so today, while I'm talking to you, I'd like you to move with my voice as your guide, and with Wes's guitar, and do a little remembering. Remember how you came in on the first day of community art. And we saw the community. Wow. And then you went into your core group, study groups, and began the conversations about intramodal expressive arts therapy and all the theories and philosophies and methodologies that hold up and support our work. Then I ask you to take a breath and to create the circle of your kinesphere. I called it a magic circle. Let's do that again in our ending. As far as you could reach out without locomoting, moving your head and your tailbone and your elbows. Breathing with your belly. The dance between you and the tree and all living green things. Circle is an ancient form for dancing and other things. So make your circle. And as you're remembering to breathe, contact more of your corporeal self. Contact your bones. You don't have to stop, but just suddenly, or not suddenly, allow the possibility of bending, twisting, extending, contracting, from your toes experiencing your range of motion. Breath and bones. That's how we entered in to our community artwork. And then you chose some mode of transportation. A magic carpet, a dragon, a seahorse. I saw birds. So respond to that image with your dance. I know I would take a magic carpet. How did you get across the ocean? Remind yourself of the movements of the ocean. Or your ocean dance, I should say. I saw turtles, dolphins, seahorses. There was a boat. The waters that separate us when we are, in fact, separated? Can we overcome the distance with our imagination? And as you looked at each other's work and responded to each other and commented, did that weave some contacts not in your core group Did you see that you were not alone in your love of the flute or the flower? And then we went walking. Or running or skipping or galloping through a path. Will it be the high road to Honig? The steep road up the chapel trail? The even, steady road around the village? Ludwig? Held by the larch? Danced to the mountain, the Alaline, Alphügel, Taschhorn, Dome, big, ancient guardians of the valley. And we paid homage to the ice, the glacier, that yes is receding, yes, and yet still so mighty, awesome, glorious, like a beautiful woman dragging her petticoat as she goes over the mountain. And then the river. Leaping, frolicking, jumping. When it's the Sosvispa, like a mighty, mighty pony. Small, but very energetic. And as it wanders down, 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 downy, down, down, down the mountain, through the valleys, through the cities, and it ends up the queenly Rhone in Genf, Geneva, green like emeralds, stately. She moves much differently. Perhaps a pavane. Marshmallow invited you to look at the clouds and reminded us, with their ever-changing shapes, coming and going, appearing and disappearing, changing as we change. Permanence of clouds. There were some very funny clouds. you think the clouds were funny, wait till you get to the insects. Oh my. Hopping, fluttering, flitting, cricketing, singing. And now, dear ones, you have come to a door. A portal, an archway, maybe a tunnel, an opening, an aperture. Could be teeny, could be huge. Like everything else we've done, this image of the door comes out of your imagination. Ornate or humble, old or brand new. Before we encounter that door, let's bounce. Breathing. We don't know what's on the other side of that door. Shake and shimmy, wiggle, shudder. Dance and let the dance bring you something. Mobilize your spine, bending, twisting, turning. Stretching, expanding, contracting. Our spaces are small for most of us, so it's harder to activate the legs and feet. But do that. You don't have to be looking at the screen. If you can hear my voice, you're fine. Swing, one of my favorite movements. Because of the letting go and the suspend, I guess. Be informed spaces. This door is taking shape. You have your party hat. The party's in 2 days. Tomorrow you're with Core, and then we meet for our celebration. So you're all prepared. What's that, Blackberry? Yes, Marcia also has a party hat. And you have a party hat. Do you feel wakened? Does your body feel warm? Do you feel awake, centered, grounded, activated? It's both a very short journey and a long journey to get to this door, gate, portal, arch, opening, aperture. But here we are. Now, I'd like you to get your journal. I'm going to give you about 15 minutes to make 2 lists in your notebook or your journal. One is what I have gathered. Maybe it's images or book titles or movies or music or new friends, new ideas. What have you gathered in? And the other list is what has changed for you or in you or about you or around you? What are the changes that you're noticing? You're going to make these 2 lists. Wes is going to play Paolo's theme. It's a theme based on the chord progressions spelling out the name Paolo Canil. So that will give you some accompaniment to your writing, about 15 minutes, and then we will be ready to approach the door. See you then.
An aside. I'm here in post-production. It's a little bit after midnight, working on the very last episode of Community Art and realizing that we've omitted inadvertently some information which I feel is quite important to your development as a therapist and educator. And so I'm just going to put it in right now in a little talk. About what we're doing. The reason that we're doing the ritual of the door is as important as the ritual itself. And that is because we do rituals in our field to honor transitions between different states of being, including being in non-ordinary time and space versus being in your habitual experience of world. And of course, there is no space much more non-ordinary than being in Sasve of the mind. You have been together with your classmates on an amazing journey in the past few weeks. And before we leave that experience and you return to what is your habitual state of being in the world, it's good to try and harvest a little bit of that and hopefully give you something to be going forward with from this experience. And so that's the nature of the ritual. It's based on a very simple image, the image of the door, the threshold, because if you've been doing your reading, you know that you've been in liminal space. You've been in non-ordinary experience for much of the past couple of weeks, certainly. And in some ways, if you're graduating this time, you've actually been in a kind of liminal space, a place in between roles within your culture or society since you entered the program. Not a therapist and also not a therapist. So, from that standpoint, it's very important to honor these transitions. It gives you a cogent and coherent way to move from state to state, from reality to reality, as you go forward with your life. And so, that's why we bring it, and I'll see you at the door.
So now that you've done your journaling and you've made your 2 lists, I want you to find a door, a real door. For example, this is my front door. And you're going to walk over the threshold of that door or archway or whatever it is that you've chosen. And you're going to say, I leave behind blah, blah, blah after the summer school. Then you're going to walk through the door and you're going to say, I carry with me blah, blah, blah. And then you go. All right? So I'm going to demonstrate. I leave behind me, after this summer school, self-doubt. I carry with me playfulness and the memory of Paulo.
At the end of this summer school, I leave behind the desire to please others' expectations, and I take with me my undying faith in love for people and community and this work that I carry forward into my life.